Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like the weight of the world was pressing down on your shoulders, and no matter what you did, things just wouldn't get better? We've all had moments like that. Life sometimes throws challenges at us that feel overwhelming. But here's the important part. Tough times are not permanent, and they are not the end of your story. This episode is not only about learning English, it's also about learning life. By the end, you'll walk away with 8 powerful reminders that will help you stay strong, keep your confidence, and find hope even in the darkest moments. We'll talk about why everything can change, how you have already overcome challenges before, and why struggles often carry hidden lessons. You'll discover that not getting what you want can sometimes turn out to be a blessing. You'll also learn how small moments of fun, kindness to yourself, and gratitude can change your entire outlook. So why should you listen until the very end? Because these 8 reminders can shift the way you see your struggles. They can give you strength, they can give you hope, and they can help you practice English in a meaningful way. As you listen, notice the words, the expressions, and the natural flow of sentences. You're not just learning vocabulary. You're building resilience, so take a deep breath, stay with me, and let's begin this journey together. Why is change so important to remember? Change is a part of life. Everything can and will change, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. When you are in a tough situation, it's easy to believe that things will stay bad forever. But nothing in life is permanent. Just like seasons come and go, your hard times will also pass. Think about the weather. A storm can be powerful and frightening, but it never lasts forever. After the rain, the sun comes back. In the same way, your struggles will also shift with time. This idea alone can give you hope because it reminds you that pain, sadness, or stress are only temporary guests in your life. When you hold on to this truth, you create space for patience. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start reminding yourself, "This will change." And when you truly believe it, you find the strength to keep moving forward, even if progress feels slow. It's also important to notice that change doesn't always happen suddenly. Sometimes it's small, like tiny steps you don't even see. But those little steps are leading you to a different place. Tough times are not permanent. They are chapters, not the whole book of your life. So whenever you feel stuck, repeat this reminder: everything can and will change. That thought can carry you through the hardest nights. How can remembering past victories help you now? When life gets hard, it's easy to forget how strong you really are. But here's the truth. You've overcome challenges before. Maybe you don't think about them often, but if you look back, you'll see many moments when you faced difficulty and made it through. Remember that exam you thought you would fail, but you didn't? Or the time you had a problem at work or school and you solved it step by step. Maybe you had a personal struggle, but with time and effort, you came out stronger. These are not small things. They are proof that you are capable of surviving tough times. When you remind yourself of past victories, you build confidence. You remind your brain that you are not weak and you are not powerless. The fact that you are listening to this episode now shows that you are still standing, still learning, still growing. That's strength. Every person has scars, but scars are signs of healing. They show where you've been, and they remind you that you made it through. So when life feels heavy today, take a moment to recall what you've already overcome. Use those memories as fuel. Tell yourself, if I did it before, I can do it again. That mindset doesn't erase the pain, but it gives you the courage to keep going. What can tough times teach us? It's easy to hate difficult moments. No one enjoys pain, stress, or disappointment. But here's something to consider. Tough times are also powerful teachers. Every challenge you face holds a lesson inside it. If you look closely, you can discover growth, wisdom, and new strength. Think about learning English. Sometimes it feels difficult, even frustrating. But each mistake you make is actually a step forward. The same is true in life. Struggles show you who you are, what you care about, and what you are capable of. They also teach patience, resilience, and perspective. Maybe your tough time is teaching you how to slow down or how to be kinder to yourself. Maybe it's teaching you how to stand strong when people doubt you. Or maybe it's guiding you toward a new direction you hadn't imagined. When you see problems only as punishment, you feel stuck. But when you see them as lessons, you gain power. Suddenly, even the hardest day has meaning. You're not just suffering, you're learning. So the next time you face difficulty, ask yourself, what can I learn here? What is this experience trying to teach me? That small change in thinking can transform frustration into wisdom. And with wisdom, you can move forward stronger than before. Why is not getting what you want sometimes a blessing? Have you ever wanted something so badly, only to not get it? Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or an opportunity you felt was perfect. At first, the disappointment hurts deeply. But later, sometimes much later, you realize it wasn't meant for you. And something better came instead. Not getting what you want can be painful, but it can also be a hidden blessing. Sometimes the things we think we need would actually limit us. Sometimes doors close because better doors are waiting. Think about how many times in life people say, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is, we can't always see the full picture. Our vision is limited, but life is bigger than our plans. What feels like rejection can be protection. What feels like failure can be redirection. So when tough times come because something didn't work out, remind yourself, this might be a blessing in disguise. You may not see it now, but one day you might look back and be thankful that things happened differently. Holding on to this thought gives you peace. It softens disappointment and opens your heart to new possibilities. Not getting what you want doesn't mean you lost. It might mean you're being guided toward something far better. How can fun help during hard times? When life is heavy, fun often feels impossible. You may think, how can I laugh or enjoy anything when I'm struggling? But here's the truth. Allowing yourself to have some fun is not ignoring your problems. It's giving yourself strength to face them. Joy is medicine for the soul. Even small moments of laughter or relaxation can refresh your spirit. It might be listening to music, watching a funny movie, playing a game, or simply walking outside and noticing something beautiful. These little breaks don't erase the challenge, but they remind you that life still has light, even in the dark. When you give yourself permission to enjoy, you reduce stress. Your mind relaxes, your body feels calmer, and suddenly the problem doesn't look quite as impossible. Fun brings energy back, and with energy, you are better prepared to deal with reality. It's also important to remember that joy and pain can exist together. You don't need to wait until everything is perfect before smiling. You can carry small pieces of happiness with you, even in difficult times. So don't feel guilty about finding joy. It's not wasting time. It's healing. Allow yourself moments of fun, and you'll notice that your heart feels lighter, your mind feels clearer, and your spirit feels ready to keep moving forward. Why is kindness to yourself the best medicine? During hard times, many people become their own harshest critics. They tell themselves they are not strong enough, not smart enough, not good enough. But being cruel to yourself only makes the pain worse. What if instead you practice kindness? Being kind to yourself is one of the most powerful medicines you can give your heart. It means speaking gently to yourself, allowing rest, and giving your mind and body the care they need. Imagine if you spoke to yourself the way you would speak to a close friend who is suffering. You wouldn't attack them. You would comfort them. You would say, "It's okay. You are doing your best. Take one step at a time." Self-kindness doesn't solve every problem, but it changes how you experience the problem. When you treat yourself with compassion, your inner world becomes softer. You feel more supported. You remember that you are human, and being human means making mistakes, feeling emotions, and needing care. This practice can look simple: drinking enough water, resting when tired, writing down your feelings, or taking a calm walk. But the impact is powerful. In moments of darkness, self-kindness can be the light that keeps you moving. So instead of fighting yourself, start supporting yourself. It's the best medicine you can take. How do we deal with other people's negativity? Sometimes the hardest part of tough times isn't the challenge itself. It's the negativity of other people. Maybe they criticize, gossip, or bring bad energy into your space. If you're already struggling, this negativity can feel like an extra weight you don't need. Here's the reminder: other people's negativity isn't worth worrying about. You cannot control how they think or act, but you can control your response. If someone is constantly negative, you have the right to set boundaries. You don't need to carry their words into your heart. Think of it like a radio. If a station is playing music you don't like, you don't have to sit there and suffer. You can change the station. The same is true with people. If their negativity doesn't serve you, you can limit your attention. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it's necessary. You need space to heal, to think clearly, and to grow. Let go of the need to please everyone. Focus on your own path, your own goals, your own healing. Remember, you are not here to live by other people's opinions. You are here to live your life. Their negativity only has power if you give it power. So take your focus back and keep walking toward your own light. Why is gratitude so powerful in tough times? When life feels heavy, gratitude may seem impossible. You might think, how can I be thankful when everything is falling apart? But gratitude is not about denying your pain. It's about noticing the small lights that still exist, even in darkness. There is always something to be thankful for. It might be your health, a friend, a meal, or simply the fact that you are still breathing and learning. These may seem small, but they are not. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, and that shift brings hope. When you practice gratitude, your mind slowly changes. Instead of only seeing problems, you begin to see possibilities. Instead of drowning in negativity, you rise with appreciation. Gratitude doesn't remove the difficulty, but it gives you strength to face it with a different heart. One simple way to practice is by writing down 3 things you are thankful for every day. They don't need to be big. Even a warm cup of tea, a kind word, or a quiet moment can be treasures. So even in the middle of hard times, stop for a moment and ask yourself, what can I be thankful for right now? The answer may surprise you, and that small spark of gratitude can light the way forward. Why are tough times part of being human? Many people ask, why me? Why do I have to suffer? But the truth is, tough times are part of the human experience. Every single person, no matter how rich, successful, or happy they seem, has moments of struggle. Pain is part of life, just like joy is. This doesn't mean your pain is less important. It means you are not alone. Knowing that struggle is universal can bring comfort because it reminds you that being human is about both ups and downs. Tough times test your resilience. They show you how strong you are and help you discover new parts of yourself. They also connect us because people often bond over shared struggles. When you realize that everyone faces challenges, you may feel less isolated in your own. The key is to not see tough times as the end of the story, but as part of the journey. They are chapters that shape you, not the whole book of who you are. And when you remember that, you can face hardship with more courage, knowing that it is temporary and meaningful. So don't ask only, why me? Instead, ask, what is life teaching me here? That change in perspective can turn suffering into growth. How can tough times make you stronger? It may sound strange, but tough times can actually be the foundation of strength. Think about muscles. They grow stronger when they are tested, stretched, and even torn a little. In the same way, your character, your patience, and your wisdom grow through challenges. If life were always easy, you would never know your full power. Struggles push you to discover abilities you didn't know you had. They teach resilience, which is the ability to rise again after falling. They help you build courage because you learn that even fear can be faced. This doesn't mean suffering is enjoyable. No one asks for it. But when it comes, you can decide how to use it. You can let it break you, or you can let it shape you. And when you choose the second option, you come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. So instead of only asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, how can this make me stronger? That small change in mindset can transform your struggle into a tool. Remember, every challenge carries the seed of growth, and with time, that seed can become deep roots of strength. What final message should you carry with you? We've talked about 8 powerful reminders that everything can change, that you've overcome challenges before, that tough times are teachers, that not getting what you want can be a blessing, that joy is medicine, that self-kindness heals, that negativity is not your responsibility, and that gratitude can carry you forward. Each of these reminders is simple, but together they form a map for how to walk through the hardest seasons of your life. Here's the truth to hold close. Tough times will come and go. They are not permanent, and they are not the definition of who you are. They are part of your journey, shaping you, strengthening you, and guiding you to new growth. So whenever life feels heavy, return to these reminders. Speak them softly to yourself, like a friend encouraging you. Let them remind you that you are not powerless and you are not alone. And remember this: as you listen and learn English here, you're not only building language skills, You're also building resilience. You're training both your mind and your heart. That combination makes you unstoppable. So take these words with you. Carry them into your days, and know that even in the darkest nights, there is always light waiting for you.